Some tense moments as first responders rushed to get a driver out of his burning car.
He couldn't move after crashing his car into another driver at Linden and Miller Roads in Flint Township. After several minutes, 3 police officers and a bystander teamed up to help.
And together they were able to rescue the man. Only on ABC 12 tonight, and you have the first-hand accounts from the men who fought through the fire to save the man's life.
Yes, and this is truly a story of teamwork, and I found out one of the officers wasn't even supposed to be on duty Friday. He had offered to take over someone else's shift for them. It began with a call for a traffic crash. Flint Township's Officer Kyle Brandon is first on scene.
You can kind of see the car. You can't see in the car.
He quickly learns there's someone in the driver's seat. You can hear the driver revving the engine. The officers would soon learn his foot was stuck there so long the engine caught fire. Trooper Dennis McGuckin, on his way, could see the smoke from a half-mile out. He hops out yelling for the driver to stop hitting the gas. With no response, both officers maneuver their patrol cars to prevent the man's vehicle from moving. Officer Brandon is eventually able to unlock the door and turn off the car.
I opened the driver's side door and I could see an elderly male tensed up on the steering wheel. I was yelling at him. Get up! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! He wasn't responding to me.
What we think happened is he did have a seizure, and when you have a seizure, you posture. So he's really confused, so he's clamped onto the steering wheel. He's a big guy.
Sheriff's Captain Casey Tafoya arrives next, bringing his fire extinguisher.
Were you thinking this car's going to explode at any point?
No way. I mean, not that it's not going to happen, but we're not leaving.
That was my thoughts. We cannot let him die like that. There's no way.
Sergeant First Class Lucas Catterfeld just happened to be driving near the crash and rushes to help.
I just needing help, and I mean, the crazy thing to me is I saw like 20 people on each side of the road that had their cell phones out, you know, videotaping and taking pictures while the guy is sitting in his car burning.
For the next several minutes, the 4 men take turns trying to get the man out of his burning car.
We could only try it for a couple seconds at a time because the smoke was so intense.
Eventually, Catterfeld moved the man's arm just right, allowing McGuckin to pull him out of the car to safety.
We didn't care about what the patch said. We didn't care about whether you're a civilian. We all just came together, did what needed to be done with the perfect result.
I'll remember
we'll remember this one.
The officers were treated at the hospital that night for smoke inhalation. I spoke to the man they saved briefly. He couldn't be more grateful they saved his life. In the studio, I'm Ann Perrette, ABC 12.